New associates, an effective system for team building. But let me tell you about KJ first. I love this girl so much. KJ is a mom of 2 and a wife of 1. This is always a good order. Straight out of Asheville.
North Carolina.
She spent 7 years as a master fitness trainer in New York City, which is when we had the pleasure of meeting her. Superstar in the city. And that's when she was introduced to Isogenics. She was a skeptic to start, but she started using the programs, put them in her body, and quickly realized the power of what these products could do for her and her clients. She was sharing organically for the first couple of years, and she was able to create, as she calls it, a fluff income for her family. But then something happened. She had a baby. Her daughter Joelle was born, and her intentions changed. The extra income needed was there for her so that she could become a full-time mom. And she started to go to work on that. And she could never foresee going back into the workforce after maternity leave because she wanted to be with her daughter and raise her. So admirable. So in a matter of 6 months, she was able to say goodbye to her Manhattan clients, leave the city, and build a better home for her family in the mountains, and she's never looked back. The Isogenics opportunity has allowed KJ to remain a full-time mom while still contributing to the family's economy, which is such an important thing and a gift we can share with so many. Yet again, she took maternity leave a few months ago for the birth of her beautiful baby boy, Axel. And now she has an even deeper passion to be able to help more moms and women learn about the power of health and wealth creation and the power to create a life without boundaries. I personally think the very best benefit of Isogenics is the friendships created by the people who are you're privileged to call your partners and, more important, your friend. And I have loved KJ from the moment I met her, and we have been continuous friends ever since. Please welcome a super talented, super special leader, 2-star Golden Circle, Crystal Executive, KJ. Woo-hoo!
Oh, thank you, Lynn. That gets me all pattering in my heart because it really is all about the friendships. And on that note, we're talking about how to launch a new associate. And so that's really, how are you launching your next best friend is really what it feels like. Because if you're not having fun in this business, you're not doing it right. So I just want to first just say to everyone, whether you've enrolled 100 people or whether you've just getting your first enrollment, if you can stick with a system, it will be duplicable. And even when you're enrolling someone just for product alone, teaching them the steps by doing and following the system creates duplication without you having to tell them that it's duplication. So that's what's most important. Now, am I 100% skilled at all these things? No. Am I always working to be better? Yes. And that's what we all do together. And so tonight's training, I am learning just as much as all of you. I love that Lynn asked us leaders to step forward because we really have to get our feet wet into giving you the best roadmap for all these things. Now, getting someone started and getting them started on the right system can be one of the best things you can do. I know everyone reaches for a cleanse. Everyone says cleanse, that's the first way to start. Go there, give them all of the systems. Now, I do really recommend you showing them all of the opportunities with the business builder, the President's Pace Setter, and then the 30-day. Definitely never just assume what someone can afford or how much they're willing to invest, but do ask enough questions to know what their goals are. And when it comes to cleansing, knowing if they're gonna or wanna do a deep cleanse or cleanse at all. Maybe they're really interested in performance. And if you talk cleanse with them, you could be shutting them down. So we offer so many solutions in Isogenics, and you can get started in so many ways. And all of those product introductory bonuses, they double for any solution: energy, performance, or the weight loss and cleanse, the healthy aging. When you get someone started and they are more into lifestyling and you understand that about them and you get them more on a healthy aging system, that's a system they'll order on AutoShip again and again and again because it's melting into their lifestyle. So just really listen to people, what their goals are, and you have so many options to get them started on the right foot. Now, when they get started, that's what this big question is: how do we launch that new associate? So if you don't know about isogenicsbusiness.com, it should be your best friend. And I'm going to challenge everyone, including the leaders, including the people who have rank advanced time and time again, to go to isogenicsbusiness.com. And I'm going to challenge you in the next week or two to just start here and actually do the do. If you do the do, people are going to do it with you. So if you've already built yourself to executive, do it again. Now, what specifically we're going to talk about right now is to go to the tools tab in isogenicsbusiness.com. Under that tools tab, when you click tools, you'll see a sidebar on the left side, and you're going to click tools PDF. So tools PDFs is where you're going to find the new members checklist. Woo, we got it. We have everything given to us by Isogenics. It is there for us. So yes, this call is important. You're going to learn, but you have it right here. And that's why I'm going to direct you to it. So print it. Print 100 of them. Have a whole binder of them, because this is what you're going to be doing to get everyone going. Now, the checklist is your guide. It has their information, what they ordered. And if you're not there now, you can get there. If you're on your computer and multitask, you can categorize it in your binders just the same. And you can have this under their information, what you chatted about, everything. But it guides you what to do in the first 24 hours. And that would be sending out a nice email for excitement. They want to hear it, feel it, give it to them. It does give you setting up that welcome call is important. When that box arrives, you need to be with them. Ooh, I hear kids. They're not my kids this time. So also really plugging them into social media. So when you are plugged into social media, you're talking about our Facebook groups. And again, that to be duplicable, you're going to plug them in even when they're looking, so they know what to do with the friends when they start sharing. So that's the Facebook groups. If they're open to business, you're also bringing them into Team Massive Action. You're talking also about any of the awesome information portals Isogenics offers. That's isogenicshealth.net. They can subscribe and get weekly emails. And those blog posts are phenomenal. So you're educating that person without you having to continually be like, did you see this? Did you see this? Get them to subscribe. That's easy. ISA FYI, just the same. And then isogenicspodcast.com. We've got another rowdy kid. Isogenics.podcast.com. If you're not listening to them, you're missing out on a lot of inspiration and education. And that's something easily you could tell them, if you're really lit up about these products and you want to learn more, let me plug you into these podcasts. You can listen to them on the way to work. You can listen to them while you're power walking, because I know you're power walking. You're supporting that person and all the way on their journey by getting them plugged into Isogenics tools. Yes, you do want to let them know that you are here for them. They need to know you are the support system, but that you are not the know-it-all. They have to be like you to share. So the more, even if you know it all, the more you can lend them to anything Isogenics offers for the tools and to get educated and to stay motivated, the better off they're going to be without you. Can you imagine how quickly your business can grow when people don't have to count on you for every question, count on you to stay motivated? They can plug in to ISA Body Challenge and then the ISA Body Challenge Facebook group and stay motivated and accountable. Now, does this mean you can lay off? No. You can't just whoop. You can't pick up your hands and say, okay, now Isogenics has it, because that's not going to help you or your relationships. But it's going to really take off a lot of the pressure. And anyone out there who already isn't into fitness and health prior to Isogenics, you don't feel like you have a learning curve when you can be the awesome tour guide. As Lauren had mentioned on last week's training, tour guide to them, and they have all of the tools right there. Now, a really big thing too, and I know this got mentioned on last week's call, but I find it to be just as important. We're going to say it again. if you follow Tanya Kirkpatrick, who's one of our awesome millionaires, she talks about the freedom accounts that you're starting up. This wholesale freedom account, she does not separate product and business. And I say, if you really want to start seeing a difference in your business and growth, and people who are going to start sharing probably a little more rapidly or get really excited about the opportunity as much as the health transformation, you're not going to separate it either. So I know, I think it was Lauren who even mentioned it last week. It's your responsibility. A lot of times I use the word, it is my moral obligation to share this with you. Now that's because I know more than you, and I would feel really bad if you didn't hear this information. And it may not be for you. That's okay. But if I send you a quick 6-minute video, would you watch it? I need you to really understand the entire Isagenix experience. Who would say no to that? Right? What you're going to share with them is the you share, they share. It's a 6-minute clip, maybe 5.5 minutes. And it's talking about getting started by consuming the products. Hey, we love to share what we consume and love. And here's how you do it. Here's how you make your first introductory bonuses and all the good stuff. Let Eric Coover do it for you. Now, there is a script. If you really feel more inclined to be saying, if I can share this with you, I will only take a couple minutes. I feel morally obligated to let you know. And then you can literally read the script. You could have it printed. You can have it on your computer and you could read this script. But I think it's just as easy as to send a quick video and let Eric Coover do the talking. So that too is where you practice the if I would you, and that's what we talked about last week, was following up and really using the verbiage if I would you. If I would send you this 6-minute video, would you watch it? Number one, I didn't even say it's about the wealth creation. I'm not plugging anything into their mind. I'm not bringing any of that forward. I'm just saying I have a moral obligation to share the entire Isagenix experience with you. If I send you this 6-minute video, would you watch it? Let them say yes or no. Let them say yes or no for anything you're going to do. You must always invite. And that even goes for the Facebook groups. Once they get started, you don't say, I'm going to plug you into this group. You say, would you like to be a part of our awesome accountability and support community? It's a product page where you'll have a lot of support. Always let people give you permission. If they're asking about Isagenix too, in the beginning, you just always ask, may I send you this? May I call you tomorrow? You always ask permission, guys. And then another thing, and this could be even yes, when they're launched, they're already getting a great product experience, which takes 7 to 10 days. They're already starting to feel something. That's when you're grabbing that excitement and you're getting them plugged into an event. Again, you're going to let Isagenix do it for you. And if that even means your local Isagenix, because it's a talk and taste in town, or it's a super Saturday and you're going to carpool with them, or it's an online event. And we do need to start doing our Facebook online events again. Use something like that, or plugging into any of the interviews that Lauren Copley so awesomely is doing, and any of the IsagenixZoom.com Wednesday night presentations. Even online, get them to an event. Again, it's teaching that duplication, even without saying so. You're not saying, hey, why don't you tune in on Wednesday to this event? Because when people ask about it, that's what you'll do. That's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying just get them plugged in. Next thing you know, they have a full tool belt full of things that they know, because you did it with them. They're going to naturally do it with their friends. Yes, once they start sharing and you guide them to the steps that you took, they might see it and be like, wow, it's just that easy. You got a checklist here. There's an interview on page 3 and 4 of that checklist, or 2 and 3 of that checklist. Here's what I suggest about your new members checklist. Your checklist is for your records, making sure you do all the things to get them launched correctly. I could go through the whole thing. It's going to take time. You're going to go to that and you're going to read it yourself. But on the interviews, that's where you do have an option for health interview and wealth creation interview. So say someone's coming in just on product, you're going to get them that health interview, and you're not going to send it to them and say, hey, I'm sending you this, fill it out for me. That's going to feel awkward. That's going to be a good way for them to say, this is too much for me to handle. I don't need to be filling out paperwork to get healthy. You're going to instead, on your phone call with them, when you're getting to know them and you're really encouraging them, start asking them those questions. And every time you're talking to someone, you pull out your little binder, you find them. And even if you didn't get all the questions asked, because it's a quick 2-minute conversation, you can fill it out as you go and keep on keeping on with them. You want to be there. So it's a quick text. Hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm all right. Even if one of the texts was one of the questions, and you had them just filling up their response, and you get to know them and what drives them more, because you know as well as I do, their why is exactly what's going to hold them strong, to committed to the whole system, to 16 weeks of IsaBody, to 60 days of healthy mind and body. That's another one. Plugging people into healthy mind and body. Without the mindset, they can go for 30 days just because they paid for it. They feel like they have to stay committed. They said yes. But when it comes to auto ship, if they haven't switched gears in their mind and they're ready for a healthy lifestyle shift and they're ready to take it that extra notch, I don't know about you, but a lot of people think a 30-day cleanse is a quick fix. Thank you, quick fix. Well, that's where they need to switch gears in their mindset. And you can help them through that too by explaining and helping them with the healthy lifestyle options. But you get them into healthy mind and body, that's 60 days. So what's 60 days of commitment? It's a habit. They're going to be committed not only to the program, because they're going to get their awesome coupon in return, $45 coupon for their $40 investment. They're going to stick with it and get that coupon back. But they're also going to be consuming the products because it's so wrapped around what your goals are day in and day out. They're going to order more products. You've got yourself someone who's going to be not only creating the habits, but stay committed to being a part of your business, whether that be the customer or the associate. So huge, huge, huge events, plugging them into IsaBody Challenge, Isagenix, Healthy Mind and Body. I think those platforms there alone are going to do so much for your business. And that really, again, takes the work off of you. Don't make it complicated when it can be easy and fun. And what does it mean, though? It means you're already in IsaBody Challenge. You're already plugged in. You're doing it too. What does it mean? You're already in Healthy Mind and Body. You also are going to the events. That's the only way it's going to work. Even if they're only product users, they're going to follow you as the leader. So stay committed, do what you're going to do. And commitment means you're going to stick with it even when you don't feel like it. And that's what you're teaching and encouraging these people to understand. It's a lifestyle. It's a whole switch up. And then what I have come to find, and I'm just going to share this. This is not anything Isagenix tools. This is actually a really awesome app on your phone. And if you're not on it, I suggest you get on it and then get all your clients on it. It is called Marco Polo. So Marco Polo, what it really is a video walkie-talkie. So instead of just a quick Facebook Messenger or a quick text, even though we can make it personal sometimes and hit the record button and be like, hey, it's KJ. I was just checking in to see if you got to the gym today. And I just would love to hear how the program's going. If you're starving, you better tell me. If you're feeling amazing, I want to hear anything shift in your body, your sleep, your energy. Talk to me, talk to me. You can leave that voicemail. Cool. You can leave that on voice, text, voicemail, messenger. All of them have an audio option. Marco Polo is video voicemail. Video message. What's cool is you are pinged, so you can see it immediately. If it says that Lucy's talking to me right now on Marco Polo, I can click it and watch her talk in real time. It's still a recording. I can't interject. It's not a two-way, a phone call. It's not a FaceTime. But what that does is, number one, it alleviates a lot of the pressure of, hey, let's get on a call at 9:15. Then you don't have to do the 9:15. That morning, even if you got your butt out of bed at 6 a.m. and that's when you have a quiet moment because the kids are sleeping, you can leave that message with them, they wake up and they still get fed that motivation, that education, that, hey, you asked me this last night, here's your answer. You don't have to do a full phone call. Instead, the phone call comes in little pieces back and forth, and they're all videos. So it makes it so personal. And right now I've got 4 cleansers currently on it. I just started the app myself maybe a week ago even. Not only family, it's been really fun to connect to family even internationally, but it is so fun right now with my clients, my cleansers, people who are using the products and the things that they'll send and talk, and how it's just much more personal. And I think that it's going to really change a lot of how we deal with people if people are using more and more the Marco Polo app. So if you're not there, get on and invite all of your new cleansers to join you too. Okay, so I don't know if I talked too fast or just didn't prepare long enough, but really, if there's anything else anyone thinks about launching a new associate, please speak up now, because if you're not following the checklist and the interview, you're not getting them started right. And I don't find that it would be worth our time to really go through each step of it when you have it here available. And I told you right where to find it. So what do we say here, Mark and Lynn? I know that we still have 5 minutes, but.
That was great. Great training, KJ. Thank you so much. I love some of the things you said. And just to repeat them a little, use the new member checklist. Get on isogenicsbusiness.net and check it out for yourself. Look at it, learn it, and get accustomed to it. One thing I would say is practice it, because when you're first getting used to, like anything we do in life, especially the things we do in isogenics, when you're first doing it, it's uncomfortable, right? You're enrolling someone for the first time. It's uncomfortable. So practice that checklist with other people so that you get used to doing it. Use it with your team. Best place to practice it, because then you're teaching them at the same time. Page 3, from what I hear across the board, is everybody's favorite page. So do know and memorize and get comfortable with page 3. Be a tour guide. It's like sometimes we look for this magic system for getting people started, but really it's right in front of us. It's expose them to the tools. It's lean into it, have a new associate checklist, and then walk them through the systems that we have in place that are so great with Isogenics. So use Isogenics Business, be a tour guide. I love what you said. I want you to understand the entire Isogenics experience. The two things should be combined. That freedom account that you're opening should include both opportunity, and it should, so that people know, because you never know what's going on in their mind and in their heart. Again, staying with Eric Worre, if I would you, and fill their tool belt with what you're doing. I love that, KJ. And then, what you do duplicates. So, stay committed to the process. Do your IsoBody, Healthy Mind and Body. Attend events. Cleanse, regularly. Do a 30-day. Run yourself to executive and stay paid as executive, and then run again. And then finally, the Marco Polo app. That's fantastic. I'm loving that. I have to use that. I remember a couple of years ago, Emma suggested it, and I never really gave it a lot of time or thought to apply it the way you are with clients. So that's great. Is there anything you'd like to add, Mark?
Yeah, I love that. I love that you also highlight that this is permission-based marketing, KJ. Always use "if I would you," and let people give you permission to take them to the next step.
Mm-hmm. And it's something crucial we must remember too. It feels right now, even for us who maybe we've been in the company a long time, maybe we're new and we're just starting to share, it does feel like a giant elephant. And when someone receives that box, it feels like a giant elephant. And what is the words? I may slaughter this, but there's no way to eat an elephant except one bite at a time. So you still need to nibble, even if you're going to eat the whole elephant. And that's how we deliver the information to new associates. We don't say, hey, we're glad you started. I'm going to give you a list this long and you're going to follow it all. Like you give them little pieces throughout their 30-day experience. And it's usually by the second week when they're lit up that you would be more inclined to start talking about sharing and bringing them to an event and getting people to their house to share. So it is step by step. We got a lot of information tonight, but it's not, here's the elephant, welcome aboard. So
one step at a time, and have a beginner's mind, and remember what it was like when you started, both the products and the business, right? Step by step, give them information. I love the idea of giving them the next step. So when it comes to building a business, don't give them the entire roadmap because it can be overwhelming. You can qualify them in advance. Zach and Eden gave us some great training on that to determine if they're a customer or if they are a business builder, or both in the beginning. But then checking back in with, as Jen Patch said in ISA Warrior last week, A to B. Know what their experience. Make sure they have an absolutely amazing experience. It's our job at first. Get them started there and check in with them. You'll know when it's time and walk them through and then show it to them. Show them the next bonus. Show them the next rank instead of laying it all out in front of them at first. So great training, KJ. Thank you so much. Now we're going to learn more about home parties.
Yeah.
So everybody get ready to jump onto Ice and Warrior. But before that, I just want to say, KJ, thank you so much for your leadership. I appreciate every one of you stepping out and giving this training. You did a superb job tonight, KJ. So again,
Thank you.
thank you, darling. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thanks, darling.
Everybody.